Welcome to the Breadwinner Energy Podcast. I'm your host, T. Daniels, wife, mama of two girls, multi-business owner, iced coffee connoisseur, and your official Bad Bitch mentor. Get ready to transform your boring business into a money-making machine by learning how to just be better at being you. No more playing by the rules. It's time to hone in on your gifts, turn up your energy, and make some serious cash. So grab your coffee, your headphones, or just cover your child's ears, and let's dive in. Welcome back to another episode of the Breadwinner Energy Podcast. Hello. Oh my gosh, coach school doors are going to close. They close on Thursday this week. And so now is your last chance to get into coach school before the doors close. The program is going to increase to $10,000 for the next round. This is your last chance to join for only $7,500 for the entire year, and we have payment plans. You can get in for a payment plan of 12 payments of $659, and you can pay off at any time, or on our checkout page, you can use one of our programs. We have Affirm, we have Klarna, and you can get custom payment plans through there. This round two, you're not only going to get the Offer Bootcamp program included, which is our program, 6-month program, but you're going to get it for 12 months to build a signature high-ticket group coaching program in 90 days or less. But you're also going to get into our membership and our network for 12 months. And then you're going to also get Offer Live series, as well as our non-social growth strategies series, which I will be teaching live. So I'm teaching the entire Coach School program live for at least the next 90 days. So that is everything you're going to get when you join this round. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this program. If you guys have been here for a long time, then you know that I started my very first coaching business back in 2021, and I launched the Breadwinner Energy Academy. And this is exactly what that program was. We talked about life and business alignment, working less and making more, having a business that works for you, especially as a woman and a mother, and having a business model that works for your season of life. And then we talked about all about offers and the types of offers to have or to build or to use in your business model to meet you where you're at. So we try to help all of our students get to a 10-hour work week. And for some of them, they're like, I would rather work 15 hours or I would rather work 20. And then for some of them, they're like, I only have 8 hours. So we're building your entire offer strategy and business model around whatever that number is. But our go-to number is 10 hours a week. It should only take you 10 hours a week to do everything that we talk about inside Coach School. Not just like showing up and getting coaching, but actually running, growing, sustaining, and scaling your business in 10 hours. So then after we do business model and we talk all about the offers, and we match it up to your lifeline plan. So when you come in, we're going to do a life alignment plan together, which is honestly the blueprint for your business. It is going to map out how many hours you have, where to spend time, how to spend time. It's going to map out how much money you want to make and all the goals you have plus the season of life, so that when you do go to build your offers or just one offer or multiple offers, we know exactly what we're working with here. And then we're going to go into our non-social growth strategies. And I'm so excited to teach this again because when I taught it back in 2021, it's a version of what I used to teach, but obviously it's been years. So I've done a lot more as far as collaborations and networking and summits and live speaking and podcast guesting that I have so many fun things to share. Now, not only in Coach School are you going to get all of the non-social strategies, I'm not only going to give you every single template from how to pitch to get into collaborations, but then also when you do secure the collaboration, then what? Do you have a freebie? What is your quality freebie? Do you have an email funnel? And then inside the program, you not only get my email funnels and what to send and where and how often and how many emails, then you get my entire nurture sequence so that you know what to do with every single lead that comes in your door. So in Coach School, our focus is at least 100 leads per month organically without ads. And then your goal is to create sequences and funnels that are very, very simple, but they are high touch. They are all about you and your brand. So you know exactly what to do with every single lead that comes in the door. Then I'm going to break down my Instagram and my social media strategy so that you can take those leads that you've now gotten off of social media and you can invite them to your private space. So that could be a Facebook group, it could be an Instagram profile, it could be a podcast, it could be a blog, it could be a membership. Like, you get to decide what that free place looks like, where you're going to show up and nurture those people and nurture those leads and be a real human and build your brand to grow your business in just 10 hours a week or less. So I'm really excited about this program because this is like getting back to my core, my soul of what I have always done, what I've always loved to do. So you have now until Thursday to get your butt in that room. If this is you and you're like, I don't love my business anymore. Nothing feels good. Nothing feels aligned. I feel like I'm scattered. I feel like I'm all over the place. I feel like I don't even know right from wrong and up and down and what to do next. And I don't know how to use the little amount of time that I do have. I don't know what to work on. My offers don't feel aligned. My business model doesn't feel aligned. I feel so far from my goals. And also, I need growth strategies to get more leads in the door, but I don't want to run ads and posting and praying isn't working. Then this is the program for you. Okay, let's get into today's episode. So I am recording this in real time. And the reason being is because I have a few Coach School students that I'm going to drop in their voice notes. Like, you're going to hear in just a minute the things that they have said about the Coach School. And then after that, we're going to dive into today's episode. And I just got done recording because I'm doing a Launch With Me series live. And I just got done recording some voice notes to that group because I have had so many breakthroughs and I never record a podcast episode because I have to. I record them because I want to. I record them from a place of like, I can't wait to talk about this. I can't wait to say these things. I can't wait to tell my audience about this. I feel really excited about this, or I feel really lit up about this. And if I don't feel that way, I just don't record an episode. Well, last week, I had some things happen in my life, in my business, and I just felt off. It was like one of those things where it was like my business is going well, and I'm gaining momentum, and I'm gaining the two things that we talk about in our program, which is connection and articulation of offer. But also, like, life is just kind of muddy right now. And it's like, I'm sifting through the things. And so last week I was doing a lot of sifting through, and still like in that momentum phase, but it wasn't like, oh, like a yes, like this is it. And so I waited and I waited and I waited. And I'm glad I did, because over the weekend it came full circle and I knew it would. And now I can record for you. So before I get into all of that, let's dive into what the Coach School students are saying about the program.
I've been in Coach School now for 7 months, and it's been a great experience. I have a lot of knowledge and expertise in my subject area, which is communication and relationships, but I had no background at all in business. And I've been trying for a couple years now to put together a business, piecing it together by freebies I could get from a variety of different people, trying to figure out things and make them work. And I had almost given up when I came across a free giveaway from Tay, and then I joined her preliminary program and then decided to join Coach School. And from the very beginning, she was able to help me decide on my ideal client and what program I should have and what I should offer, and make all of those decisions that I had been reluctant to make. And she's been helping me try to build an audience and learn how to message and all kinds of things that I didn't know and I'm still working on learning. So it's been a great experience, and I highly recommend Tay to anyone. She definitely will tell you the truth and get you moving in the right direction to help you be successful in your business.
I joined Coach School back in February of this year, and in the last 7 months, my business has grown so much with Tay's coaching. She helped me get clear on my messaging, improve my marketing strategy. I got better with content creation, and I feel so much more confident showing up and talking about my product and my business overall. When I joined Coach School, I only had an idea of what I wanted to do in my business, but with Tay's help, she almost read my mind and created a high-ticket group coaching program, and we also came up with a couple of other product ideas, so I had a full product suite. Tay has an amazing team, and I love the community Coach School has. Everybody is here to support and cheer you on, and I'm always looking forward to our weekly calls to meet everybody and get coached. I'm so glad I have found Tay in my business.
I joined Coach School after meeting Tay in another group program and then watching her skyrocket. As I started to get to know her and talk to her more about coaching, I just knew I had to be in her program. She gave so genuinely from the start before I ever even paid a dime, and she gave it straight without any BS. And I knew that I needed that. Having been in multiple programs of Tay's, I can truly say that the way she shows up has not wavered. She coaches authentically from a place of love because she actually does care about us succeeding. She's there when we need lifted up. She's there when we need a kick in the pants, and she's the first to celebrate our wins. I actually didn't have the best of luck with a couple of other coaches in the past, and I was a little timid to make another investment. But again, I knew I just had to be in Tay's circle. And today, I can confidently say that my investment has more than paid off in a multitude of ways. Today, I have more confidence in myself, in my decisions, and in my business as a whole. I have gained so many tools and resources from this community that I most often feel pretty strong in the moves I need to make. But whenever doubts do arise, I have the most amazing women to turn to. And aside from learning how to coach others, I have learned how to coach myself through most anything. This alone is invaluable. Also, along the way, I've created better routines and systems that allow me to feel more focused, intentional, and less stressed at work. My schedule is lighter, my offers are tighter, and my paydays are way greater. I cannot imagine not having Tay on my side. And with her comes a team and community of exceptionally caring women that believe in and truly support one another. I always look forward to our calls. Even on the days I don't feel like I have questions, I show up and I learn so much and leave feeling so good. I love that as a group, we get to push ourselves and we challenge the status quo. And it's just super exciting to witness others' success and also take turns inspiring one another because together we just seem to create such a high vibe energy, and I love it. Being a part of this group and doing the work makes success feel inevitable. And I'm so thrilled daily as I get to grow my business doing what I love with the support of Tay and this lovely group of ladies.
Oh my gosh, I literally love these women. These women are incredible. My favorite part about Coach School is the community. My favorite part is the women, the other women in the room. And it's never like a who's better than who. It's never a competition. It's never like catty, weird energy. It is the most incredible, supportive women who are always just like out to help each other, always supporting each other, always cheering each other on, congratulating each other. And it just feels so good to be surrounded by amazing women. Okay, let's get into the second part of today's episode, and I'm going to tell you all about launches. I'm going to talk to you about the clarity that you get from having a $117,000 launch to then having multiple $0 launches. I have this year have had multiple $0 launches, and I will say that I've had $0 launches before. I've had launches not go to plan. And this year specifically, I've had more $0 launches, but I'm not surprised. I've changed a lot in my business. I closed the doors to Coach School, then I reopened them. I went through a legal case. I had to shift a lot of things in my business due to my own personal life, and then also too because of the legal stuff, that I'm not surprised. Anytime you change your offer, anytime you change your niche, or you change your business, or anytime you ghost your business for 3 months for a mental health break, you lose momentum. It is what it is. But I will say that earlier this year, I had a $117,000 launch. And then later this year, I had a couple $0 launches. And I learned way more about myself, my business, and every single gap that needs filled from a $0 launch than I ever have from a $117,000 launch. So I want to break this down for you guys. I want to break down all the things I've learned and how actually you can use your launch periods to gain the things that you need to make your launches super successful. So if you are unsure about your offer, if you are feeling like it's not ready yet, or I don't know enough about the offer, meaning like I'm not super clear on my messaging, I'm not super clear on my niche or my framework or who I help or how I help them or what I do, I'm not super clear on how to talk about it or the stories or the connections or the value, you need to hear this. You need to go through this process of launching your offer because it's going to give you everything you need to know about your offer. So I'm going to let you listen to these 2 clips because I am deep diving into the difference and what I've learned and the clarity that I've gained and that I think that you need to hear today too. Let's dive in.
Oh my God. I think that this launch was created, or I was meant to do this launch to literally figure out every single gap in my business. And sometimes that's how launches go. Like it just is. There's other times where I feel like when I've gone through a launch, like I feel like I hit all the markers, right? Like I did the whole checklist. I posted really good content. I had connections. I had leads. I had great conversations with people. I delivered a really great event. I showed up and I worked on my energy and my mindset, and still it didn't go to plan. Like that happens. And so I think for me specifically, this launch has put me in such a better place in my business than I ever could have imagined, to be honest. It gave me such clarity in every single way that I needed it, from how more clear I needed to be on my offer, from not only just like what the offer does and who it helps, but the outcome. I think for me specifically, one of the big things that I know for me this year, I have been really focusing in on is my own like offer suite, how that goes all together into one, but then also really fine tuning like who I help, because for years I've helped coaches after helping service providers, but this year is more about being a little bit more micro specific. So through this launch, I found every gap, and I promised that I wouldn't change the launch. And even though we did remove applications and let people go straight to cart, I have stood firm in that I don't want to change this launch again. Our doors close in 4 days. So on Thursday, the doors are closing, and then I'm going to sell Offer Bootcamp. And I'm not going to lie to you. This is going to be really, this is going to be really true, is that I feel 10 times better about selling Offer Bootcamp because Offer Bootcamp is my OG program. That program I have ran live and I have ran self-paced since 2021. So I feel like that program specifically, I have so much good content and value to give. I have articulated the connection. I've articulated the stories and the value, what the program does and the outcome so clearly that I have no drama about selling this program. Like I feel really, really good about selling this program. Now, I don't feel bad about selling Coach School, but what I do know is that I have changed Coach School in the recent months. I not only decided I was going to close it down completely, but then reopened it and then decided to change it. So whenever you do something in your business, my team tells me that you should allow for at least 3 to 6 months for everybody else to get on board after you've changed it. So not only has it not been that much time since I changed it, but I'm still mastering every single piece of the connection and the articulation of this offer. But this launch, because I wrote so much content and because I had so many conversations and because I did this live launch with me, it allowed me to figure out how well I did and didn't know my offer and how much work there was to do. So I say this to say is that if you are struggling with how to talk about your offer, the messaging, the marketing, the content, how to show up and what to talk about, the number one thing I would start doing right away is content and selling my offer. The more you sell your offer, the more you show up and post stories and post content and write the emails and write the blogs and do the podcast episodes, the more clear you're going to get on your offer. And it's not going to be until you do that. Like you can sit and think and talk about your offer to like a coach or think about your offer all day long, but until you actually go out to sell it and try to sell it from every angle and write content about every angle of this offer, it doesn't come full circle. And so for me specifically, it all came full circle. Like it was like a building moment, right? Like I was going up the mountain, and every week between momentum and now, I was gaining momentum. I was gaining traction. I was gaining articulation. I was gaining connection and storytelling, and I was getting more clear on my offer every single week. I was like, oh, okay, this is it. Like this makes more sense. But it wasn't until last Friday, which I hate when it happens on a Friday because I typically don't work on Fridays, but then as soon as it hits, I'm like running to my office like, oh my God, I have so many ideas. And of course that spilled over into the weekend, which is fine. It doesn't always happen that way. But on Friday, it came full circle for me, which is that since I launched my first ever program, I've had 2 main signature offers or forms of them. Number one, I had Academy, which was like the all-in-one place to be. The Academy was my all-in-one 12-month high-ticket group coaching program where I helped women really become the breadwinner of her own life. But really what we did is we realigned her life. We realigned her schedule and her offers, and I focused on non-social media selling and growing. That was the program. And then I launched Coach School in the summer of 2023, and we focused all on their signature offer. Now I have 2 programs, but they're swapped. So Offer Bootcamp is now going to focus on building and growing and selling your high ticket group coaching program. And Coach School is the all-in-one where we help you realign your schedule. And it was funny because I wanted to swap these 2 offers a long time ago, earlier this year. And I wanted to have, just like I wanted Coach School to be lower ticket. I wanted it to be $2,000. And all I wanted to focus on was helping someone build their offer. And then I wanted to have the Academy back, but I wanted the Academy to be my higher ticket signature program. And for it to be this all-encompassing 3 things. We focus on your life first business, your life alignment, your offer, like how you lay them out in your model, and then non-social selling. Well, now I have it, and they've come full circle. The names have just swapped, right? Which feels so good. It feels so clear. It feels so just like, duh, like, hello, I've been doing this forever. This is my thing. This is what I'm good at. But I had a conversation. It was like right after I solidified, like, you know what? I'm just going to make it this. Like, this is just what it is. This is what I love. This is what I'm good at. This is what my business model used to be. And it made perfect sense. And I had the best clients and everyone got results. And it was just a perfect fit. So this is what I'm going to go for. And it wasn't but maybe hours after that, I had a girl message in a networking group that I'm in. And she goes, hey guys, I am a 6-figure coach, but my business model isn't working for me anymore. Like the business model that I used to have, it just doesn't work anymore. And now I have more kids. Now I'm going to move into homeschooling my children. And while I still really love my business and I love to coach, things are just not working for me anymore. My offers need changed around. My systems and the way that I scale needs changed. The way that I show up, it needs to change. And I was like, this is insane, because here I am talking about within Coach School, this is exactly what we do, right? It's not even about like if you are or aren't at 6 figures. It's about that your business just does not work for you in this season of life like it once did. It's about that you don't have maybe the time or the energy the way you once did. Maybe your kids are at a certain season of life. Maybe you're going through a certain season of life with your health, or your family, or something with your life. Or maybe you're just in burnout and you're like, you know what? I love what I do. I love my clients. I love the way that I teach. I love the people that I talk to. And I love what I'm good at. But I need it to work for me in this season of life. And I need it to be simple. And that is what this last year has taught me so much. It was like life put me through this like ultimate fucking test over the last year of like, this is what you need to master for yourself. This is what you need to do. The business model that once worked for you, the life that you once had is no longer the season of life, and you need to fix it. You need to change it in order to still grow and scale your business without burnout, without being miserable and unhappy. But this is also what you have always taught and are good at. And it was like it came full fucking circle. And so now the clarity of this launch gave me everything I needed to know, that even if I closed the doors and I had 0 people join this program, that I got everything I needed from this launch to not only sell Offer Bootcamp after it really freaking well, but when I reopen Coach School doors, that launch is going to be fucking incredible. So incredible. So I just want to tell you that if you're stuck on not launching because it's not ready, not launching because it doesn't feel perfect, and you haven't mastered your messaging, use this launch only, like go through a full launch period just to master that. Go through a full launch period just to master articulating your offer and connection and stories and how you talk about your offer. And then if you get someone, it's like, holy crap, that's awesome. But if you don't, you will have so much knowledge and information so that when you launch again, it is like a 10x the clarity that you once had. And I just want to say that I have never felt so good about a launch, especially when the launch isn't going well financially. Like if a launch was going and I spent 6 weeks on a launch to get $0, typically I would be fucking livid. I'm not going to lie to you. Like I would be irate. I would be wanting to burn down the city. I would be ready to burn down my whole business. But this one, gave me everything I needed. It gave me every single piece of clarity. And I will just tell you that some launches, that's what you are meant to do. And some launches, you will nail it. And it's not always going to be perfect. So this potentially being a $0 launch for one program versus it being a $117,000 launch earlier this year, I will say that I have learned 10 times more about myself, about launching, about my gaps in my business and what needed cleaned up than I did in that first launch. Because the thing is when I had that launch earlier this year, I didn't dig into problems. I didn't dig into, oh, what's not working, what didn't work, because I was like, oh, it works. I just had a $117,000 launch. Obviously it's working. So you're probably thinking, okay, well, if it was working, why the fuck would you tear it down? Why would you change it if it's working? Because here is the thing. Just because something worked in your business doesn't mean it's what you should be doing. It just doesn't. There was this pull, this part of me that just knew that something had to change. There was this piece of me that knew deep down that I loved this offer. I loved teaching group coaching. I loved talking about offers and building offers and helping women build their offers. But I had told my team, I want to have my academy back. The academy where I do what I'm doing now with Coach School. This all in one space where it's like these women who just like really are invested in being a business owner, a CEO, they want to be the breadwinner. They're like doing the thing in their life. That's what I want to have. And I was like, but I just don't know how. Like, I can't burn down a business that just made me this much money. So the truth is you can. And I am a firm believer that if you are willing to go through multiple $0 launches, that you are going to learn so much about yourself, about your business, about your gaps. But also I'm a firm believer in that you cannot just do whatever it is that's going to make you money if you don't like it, if you don't love it, if you don't feel called to it, if it needs to change, if there's something in your gut that's like, I just know that this isn't totally it for me. I just know that there's something else here that will nag you for so long. So for me, it was like I had to go through this epic, incredibly hard season to get to where I am. But I can tell you it was worth it, right? Today, it was worth it. Like to have this amount of like having the offers I really wanted and to have 2 programs that really light me up and feel really exciting. Like I have chills down my arms right now just telling you guys about the offer. Like I feel that butterfly feeling in my stomach of just like, oh my God, I'm so excited. And when you feel that, you will make more money and you'll be happier. You'll love your business. You'll love what you do to the point where it doesn't feel hard. It doesn't feel like a push and like a struggle. I literally have tears in my eyes just telling you guys because for so long it has felt hard. Like it's felt like a struggle, like an uphill battle for me. But now it's like, wow, this was everything I needed. This was everything I needed to get to where I was supposed to be. And it feels so good.